have an appointment with... Yeah. Thank you. Ow! That hurt like a bitch. Hello everybody, I hope you're all good. I have an appointment today with one of my counsellors, and it's my last session with her, which I knew was coming. I've said it many times. I'm very much used to this. It does suck, especially when you get on so well with a counsellor and for whatever reason you only have limited sessions, or maybe they need to leave so you don't get to explain everything and go through everything. Used to it, but it does suck. And she is a good counsellor. I got her... Oh, that still hurts. I got her a thank you card, and the OCD in me is so annoyed because where I wrote wishing you the very best, I think I said, I can't look now because it's enclosed, the sentence slanted a bit, so it's not straight. If I had another card, I really would have written out a whole new one. That does bother me, and I'm even going to tell her that it bothers me. It probably won't bother her, just it bothers me. So I'm going to give her that, and I'm hoping just for a little bit to talk about one of my exes, because the last session I had with her, we were digging into the abusive relationship that I had, and she gave me some information on how, I mean, I already knew it, but it was always good to read, but how abuse isn't always physical. So I've read through it and wanted to talk to her about some things. So yeah, I'll let you know how it went, and I will see you very shortly. Hey, I have an appointment with... Yeah. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I is back. It was a nice last session. It went for an hour, but it only felt like 15 minutes. It went by like that. But I just wanted to, just because I'm in the mindset right now, I just want to talk a little bit about it. I did talk about the abusive ex and touched base on two of the douche nozzles that I dated after him. And I will go into this more thoroughly another time. Just not right now. I have dropped things here and there throughout videos when talking about exes, but I haven't really got in there and told you guys what happened exactly. But I was looking at the sheets that the counsellor gave me the last time I saw her, talking about how abuse doesn't mean it's just physical, it can come in other forms. And I was reading out the red flags, and I only managed to speak about 6 of them. And I know what position I was in. I know it was abusive at the time, but it hits differently now, reading things, because even though I know I was in a bad place, I'm still learning all the techniques or reasons to why I did things or why he did things in ways to manipulate me, and the way I was acting, thinking maybe I could make it better, or how do I escape, just blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get too much into that. And it's just nice to speak to somebody who validates me and doesn't give me that whole lecture of, you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have told somebody, you should have went to the cops, you're a stupid girl, you should have left. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but it does get a little bit too much when the victim gets the ear bashing. And it does annoy me more when these people also haven't been in this position either. Not saying that they're not allowed their opinion, they're most certainly allowed their opinion, but I just have a little bit of a pet peeve when people go on and on about something that they have no idea what the experience is like. I just before I will just tell you what I was talking to her about. I don't think I've said this yet on here. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, and I know I will say it again though. Obviously, I can't say real names, I don't think. But either way, I struggle to say his name. One of my friends doesn't like it when I call him the other name, which I'll tell you. But it's just what I'm used to saying, and I feel like it's much deserved. But yeah, I did give the counsellor, and I will give my other counsellor, his full name, because it's like I'm trying to leave a trail everywhere, because unfortunately he hacked into many of my accounts and deleted evidence of things that he did or said. Thank goodness that he did admit things to his mum, not everything. And I did communicate with his nana at one point, and she believed me, so that's good. And as much as his mum has said, he's not gonna come get me, that I don't feel satisfied. So I want to leave trails behind, so if anything does happen to me, maybe it's him. Anyway, so I struggle to say his name, and I'm not gonna say it even if you were allowed to. I can't. So I have for the longest time called him Satan. It's just easier to say than his name. And though I'm not religious, but I'm not atheist. I guess agnostic, but I'm scared of the real devil, the real Satan. But it's my dad coughing, sorry. But in regards to my ex, it's a lot easier to say Satan than his real name. So, he put me through hell. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just venting a little bit. But the first red flag, I said, your partner name calls you or demeans you. And he called me dumbass a lot. I don't know if that's part of why I have mentioned it here and there. I think I'm stupid. I think I'm boring. Because he said it a lot. I'm a dumbass. I'm stupid. And how someone at the time, I think he was like, I don't know how old I would have been. But I remember him saying to me how a kid much younger than me was way smarter than me. And if I ever said any big words, he would be like, oh, wow, you know that word? So, and he also loved to call me the SLUT word a lot because he knew I didn't like it. And he'll do it with a smile as well. Anyway, your partner tries to control you, your time, and your actions. I said in today's session, I remember being here when I was held captive by him. I wanted to come here to spend time with my grandparents, and he rang me and he's like, where are you? Like, with my nan and pop. Oh, and I don't really remember how it led up to it, but I just remember he told me and I felt like I had to obey. Might sound stupid to other people, but again, you need to be in it to realize what it's really like. He wouldn't allow me to get off the phone. He said that I had to read a magazine that I had from start to finish instead of being with my family. He'll do things like that, or who I can and cannot talk to, and where if I can go out anywhere. Yeah. Your partner tells you what to do and what to wear. What to do, definitely. What to wear didn't happen much, but he did mention a few times things I should wear or not wear. Your partner often makes you feel silly or dumb. That kind of goes with the first thing I said. He would pick at anything. Like, for example, I didn't say this in today's session just because I'm on a roll now. I remember he was at my house, the other house, and I remember he was on my computer like usual. And I was doing some housework and I was trying to put laundry away in the linen press. And because I was absolutely physically and mentally drained, I was exhausted, I forgot that our linen press door handle just had to be pulled. It didn't need to be turned. It was just a brain fart. I was just tired. And I told him at the time, and we laughed about it, like how I've forgotten how tired I am. But then he made that story so convenient for him to bring up during, it's really hard to say fight or argument because I hardly ever fought back. It was just done by him. But he brought it up. He's like, you're so stupid, you don't even know how to open a door. I was tired. You know, he would just do stuff like that. Your partner questions your reality and says that things that you know happened didn't happen. This is called gaslighting, definitely. I did say in today's sessions, there was many, many times where I thought I was going mental because if I was trying to explain something or question the way he was behaving or treating me, he would do this thing. He'd be like, what are you talking about? You don't make any sense. And looking back on it now, or even at the time, I thought I am making sense. But I think that was his technique to confuse me and getting out of, can't think of the word, deflecting, I think is what I'm trying to say. Your partner is critical of your appearance. Yeah, he is a big reason. I'm getting so tired now. I was already tired, but I just, he's a big reason why I think I'm ugly as hell. I said it in one of my recent videos. I think it was the one where I said reasons why I hate myself. I did say that I think I'm ugly. He did say that he didn't like my eyes. He didn't like my smile. Yet at the same time, even though I do think I'm ugly, but I know that at the same time, I know that he said that he did that deliberately because he felt bad about himself and he wanted to take me down with him. So yeah. And then we hang on. I don't know if you heard that crack. That was my ankle. No. I'm zoning out. It's mostly when I talk about that thing. Yeah, and then we touched base on the boyfriend I had after him, which I'll call Skater Dude, which is very narcissistic, up himself. I mentioned today, sorry, yeah, a lot of times, if not every time when we would go out, he would walk well in front of me, never walked with me. I paid for everything. And the one after him, we'll call him the cheating boxer. We had good times, but it's kind of invalid when you were also having good times with 20 other women behind my back, or each other's backs, however you want to look at it. And if by any chance you watch this, I don't fucking care. What you did was so wrong. You knew it the whole time. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there. I want chocolate. I want a drink. Thank you for listening. Maybe one day I'll touch base on all of these. I wouldn't mind putting something like this up, because the more information like this that gets out, the better. I mean, I think no, I don't think. It's really difficult because for me personally, okay, being in an abusive relationship, I did go through that phase of, I did something wrong. I was completely brainwashed thinking that I was the reason for him hurting me. It was that typical line from Hollywood movies, look what you made me do. And then you can become completely zombified. Just yes, I'll do that. Or, okay, I won't go there, or I won't spend time with my friends or family. And I lost a lot of friends because of him. Yeah. But I think man or woman needs to be aware of these red flags and hopefully escape. Because my goodness, you deserve better. I hope you're all good. Sorry, I'm kind of, didn't really happen in today's session. It's happening now. I'm dissociating a little bit. I will catch up with you soon. I don't know. I want to stop talking. Bye, everybody. Big hugs.